Welcome everyone to the School of Journalism and Communication, or SOJC for short. My name is Sam and I'm part of the advising team for all of you who plan to major in advertising, journalism, media studies, or public relations, as well as media studies or science communication minors, or any of you who are simply interested in this exciting, creative, and innovative field. As you know, today's media landscape is changing every day. The ways we communicate, tell stories, and the way you get these stories is changing at an unprecedented speed. Whether it's the news, a tweet, an email, infographic, or simply an update from your family and friends back home, the way that these stories are shaped and conveyed to people will continue to evolve. Our job is to prepare you for what comes next, to get you ready to jump into jobs in these industries, and to help you be ready for cutting edge careers that don't yet exist. And today, we're going to give you some of the tools that you need to get started. First, I'll introduce the Student Services team and information on how to reach us and the resources available to you. Then, we'll discuss how to gain full major status, essentially moving from pre-SOJC major to full advertising, journalism, media studies, and public relations majors. Third, we'll talk about the course options that you need to keep in mind and what we strongly recommend for your first term. And finally, we'll discuss what comes next. And here is your Student Services team. In alphabetical order, we have Rachel Allen, our Associate Director. Rachel joined the team in 2011, where she's held several roles within SOJC Student Services. When not in the office, Rachel enjoys neighborhood walks with the family and backyard barbecues with friends. Next, we have our director, Sally Gardner. Sally has been a JDUC for more than 20 years, and when not working in the Student Services Center, she serves as the momager to her two corgis and their social media accounts. Next, we have career and academic advisor Emily Hinkleman. Originally from Alaska, she can now say that she's lived in every U.S. time zone except for Hawaii. She loves working with students and hearing about the journeys they've been on to get to the SOJC. Then we have Griselda Molina. She was born in Mexico but has lived in Oregon for over 15 years, and this is where she considers home. Griselda is an SOJC alum and serves as our bilingual Spanish career and academic advisor. Next up is me, Sam Nussbaum. I'm originally from Virginia, but I love the Pacific Northwest, and when I'm not working with SOJC students, you can find me reading in one of the many awesome local coffee shops in Eugene. And finally, we have Annie Riva. She moved to Eugene from Iowa in 2017 and is formerly a graduate student in the history department, where she found her passion for supporting students. She loves Oregon's rainy weather, and in her less busy moments, you can find her knitting and catching up on her favorite TV shows. The Student Services team is here to support you. The team is available via phone, email, scheduled online Zoom or in-person appointments, and drop-in career and academic advising. Students can call for any questions or to schedule your academic and career advising appointments by calling 541-346-2884 or by emailing us at sojcadvising@uoregon.edu. Drop-in advising is also available on certain days. Make sure to keep sojcstudent.uoregon.edu/undergraduate in your bookmarks so you can refer to it for the latest information on available times. Most importantly, keep monitoring your UO email for messages from our office. The Student Services team provides many services, including information about major and minor admissions processes, degree requirements, and really getting you connected to various programs at the SOJC and the greater UO campus. One of the services we pride ourselves in being able to offer is career advising, helping you in your career planning process, self-reflection, and the exploration of options and resources for after you graduate. Yep, we're already thinking of your graduation now. Speaking of support, transferring to a new institution is a big change. You might feel overwhelmed in your classes despite having experience at another college, or maybe you just feel anxious about the future, or even just a little bit lonely when you're trying to make new friends on campus. The reality is, most students feel this way at some point, especially at the beginning, but sometimes even in the middle or at the end of the school year, and we get it. So for that reason, we have a wide range of resources and services to help support you. A good place to start is the Office of the Dean of Students. They're a great source of information for all kinds of campus support services and events. You can find them at studentlife.uoregon.edu/support. Another great resource is the non-traditional student community, which you can find at dos.uoregon.edu/non-trad. If you identify as non-traditional, you might be over 24 years old, married or partnered, working full-time, a parent, or are a caregiver for a dependent. Perhaps you're coming back to school from a break, are lower income, or maybe you're a first-generation student, active military or veteran, or simply a transfer student in need of an engaging community of like-minded folks, this is definitely a great group for you. Speaking of veterans and active military, dos.uoregon.edu/veterans provides a robust list of contact information and support organization for services that are available to you. At studentlife.uoregon.edu/wellness, you can find a comprehensive list of options to keep you healthy. We strongly believe it's important for you to take care of yourself so that you can thrive and succeed here. That means taking care of both your physical and mental health, so be sure to check out the wellness resources. Finding community is another important aspect of your health and wellness, and it can be as simple as living on campus or finding a great roommate match. So be sure to use the resources provided at housing.uoregon.edu/options #transfer. Here at the SOJC, we're proud to have many resources designed with you in mind. At sojcstudent.uoregon.edu/technology-services, you can find a list of resources for you grouped into 3 main categories. One would be workspaces, and this is meeting spaces, collaborative spaces, labs, exhibit spaces, and studios. 2, workshops, and that's one-on-one or group training and workshops on how to use technology, specialized production, and VR gear, or anything else you'll need to go out in the field. The third category is the gear itself. The SOJC provides gear and software for you to check out from our famous J-Cage, so you won't have to purchase anything on your own. Another resource we're proud of is Writing Central, which offers you support through one-on-one sessions with student coaches trained to give feedback on work ranging from assignments like news stories and press releases to freelance pieces and other professional materials like resumes and cover letters. Find them at writingcentral.uoregon.edu. At the SOJC, we can also help you with career exploration research, as mentioned before. We can help you with internship and job search processes, resume review, critique, drafting a cover letter, and interview prep. Find out more and check out all the career resources at sojcstudent.uoregon.edu/undergraduate/career-services. Speaking of getting connected, you don't have to wait to be on campus to be a part of the School of Journalism and Communication community. Getting connected can help you remember important academic deadlines and also clue you into the great opportunities our students and alumni are experiencing. I encourage you to start making connections and start finding people on campus and in the SOJC that can relate to your experiences, interests, and excitement. Getting connected is definitely one of the best things that you can do and you can start doing now. Take a second to pause this video and find us on at least one of these platforms. The term is going to take off quickly, and between classes, club meetings, and making friends, 10 weeks will fly by in the blink of an eye. So once you start classes and your schedule gets busy, it will be important to know where to find important information. The Student Services team will keep you updated through email, but be sure to connect with your faculty and also your own network of new friends and classmates. The SOJC offers a Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science with majors in journalism, advertising, media studies, and public relations. All students in these majors must first begin as pre-majors and complete a specific set of pre-major requirements before applying for full major status. In order to complete the pre-major requirements and be eligible for full major status, you will need to meet the following requirements. Number 1, pass 3 fundamental courses with a C or better. Those are J100 Media Professions, J101 Grammar for Communicators, and J201 Media and Society. Number 2, students will also need to complete the UO's writing requirement. That's writing 121, and then either writing 122 or writing 123. Some of you may have transferred these courses from your previous institution, and an advisor can help you confirm what you've already taken. Finally, you'll need at least a minimum of a 2.9 cumulative GPA on the 4.0 scale. For this GPA, we only take into account your University of Oregon classes. For students looking to complete the pre-major requirements and become a full major as soon as possible, you'll want to prioritize the classes listed on the sample schedule for your first term. Some of you may have already completed both writing classes and may have credit for J201. Next, we'll take a look at other courses to complete your schedule. Now let's take a look at building a schedule together. As you've learned, you'll need to complete writing 121, or if you've already completed writing 121, writing 122 or writing 123 to meet the University of Oregon's writing requirement. We strongly encourage you to complete both these classes as soon as possible. If you plan to learn a second language, perhaps as part of the Bachelor of Arts requirement, remember that courses are taught in sequence, so the first course of a series is always taught in the summer or the fall term. If summer or fall is not your first term and you need to start at the 101 level, it's no problem. You'll just want to wait until they come around for the next available term. If you plan instead to pursue the Bachelor of Science option, try looking for a math or computer science course for your schedule. Your advisor will guide you through any journalism courses you should take, like J100, J101, and J201. You can probably take these courses at the same time, as well as thinking of other courses to fulfill a minor if you're already exploring one. As you search for other courses to fill your schedule and complete the general education requirements, search for courses marked with a *1 for arts and letters, *2 for social science, and *3 or *4 for science. The link is classes.uoregon.edu to view the full class list. Make sure you select the correct link for the corresponding term. All SOJC students must complete at least 104 non-journalism credits. All the credits that you'll take for the Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science, or to fulfill the other general education requirements, will count towards this total. Within those 104 credits, all majors must complete at least a minor outside the SOJC or a 24-credit concentration in one specific area outside the SOJC. A concentration is a really great option if you're interested in a particular department that does not offer a minor. If you plan to double major in another subject outside the SOJC, the double major will also fulfill this requirement. Keep in mind that your minor, concentration, or double major cannot be within the SOJC. Taking into consideration all the course options available to you and keeping in mind of all the factors outside the classroom that could influence you, now's the time to get organized and prepare a schedule that makes sense for you, and bring some sort of plan to your advising meeting to discuss it. As a goal, plan to have about 4 academic courses for a total of about 15 to 17 credits. When it comes to your courses, think of creating a schedule that factors in backup courses that would also work well. This is just in case the classes that you want are not offered in that term, or in case those classes fill up. You'll also want to make sure that your schedule has a good variety of courses, and perhaps avoid taking all history or all science courses. Make sure to play to your strengths early on, and remember that your goal for the first year is to become a full major, and you'll need at least a 2.9 GPA to do so. So, try to avoid any courses that you may expect will be challenging because they may hurt your GPA, and save them for later on in your time at the University of Oregon. What's going to happen next? Well, it's time to schedule your advising appointment. The first step to schedule your advising appointment is to check your UO email account, not your personal email account, and look for an email invitation from our office. In the email, you'll see a link to a web page where you'll be able to select a time and a date for your appointment. Once you've made your selection, you will receive in your UO email a confirmation. Make sure you receive a confirmation because if you didn't, your reservation did not go through or you did not complete the final steps, so you must restart the process. Then, do your homework before the meeting, review any and all advising modules offered by the IntroDUCKtion program, complete the SOJC first year pre-advising form. This is very important for advisors. And then write down questions or concerns and look into the list of minors and list maybe 3 or 4 possible options that you're interested in. This information will help your advising meeting go smoothly. On the day and time of your appointment, you'll be able to sit down with one of us from the advising team and talk about your goals, your interests, and plans for classes. After the meeting, you'll have all the tools that you need to register for classes. And this concludes the presentation. I'm sure you have a lot of thoughts about transitioning to a new institution, but I'm sure with a bit of research and meeting with one of our advisors, you'll be on the right path. Should you have any urgent questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to us and contact us by phone at 541-346-2884 or by email at sojcadvising@uoregon.edu. And please indicate that you're a new first-year student. We'll see you around Allen Hall soon.